We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Ought to be a good one here between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Major League Baseball on the show is next. David Price, a southpaw from Tennessee, is the man on the mound. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Thanks, Matty. David Price, former AL Cy Young Award winner. Big fastball, 95 to 97. Curveball and a slider. One of the things he does well, commands the strike zone, throws a lot of strikes.
And that'll bring up Gene Segura. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Philadelphia, the third baseman, number 2, Gene Segura.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. Dan Dero, you check out this Dodger team as they enter play here tonight. Well, they come in fresh off a victory last time out, but they've had a rough go of it of late as they've lost 7 of their last 9 games.
Yeah, Matty, I always felt like these were huge games, whether it's earlier in the season or later in the season, to find a way to get to 500. You feel like you can start fresh and start pushing in a different direction. You cannot continue to ride that seesaw of win one, lose one. This team has to get hot. Starts today.
With that, here's the starting lineup for the visiting Philadelphia Phillies. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, there's no doubt they really need Andrew McCutchen to get back on track. He went 0 for 4 last game, and I just didn't like the way he went about it. Looked like they completely overpowered him, and that's not something we're used to seeing out of this guy. Hopefully, he'll be able to put that behind him.
Here's Andrew McCutchen now, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. Price has tossed more than 2,000 major league innings, and through those innings he's worked to a whip under 1.20. League average is around 1.3, so that's a respectable number. 1-1 to Andrew McCutchen. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Line drive to left, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out hit. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
Well, you look at his numbers, and there's no doubt he's faring much better against lefties, hitting better than 400 against them this season. And when you see swings like this, you can see why.
Stepping in, Bryce Harper, and he has been, pardon the cliche, en fuego of late. Seen that average shoot up quite a bit over the past 8 ball games. First delivery to him on the way, and a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Joe McDonald.
Hey, Joe McDonald, he's a tough guy to figure out sometimes, Dero. One inning, he'll be giving that inside corner. The next inning, he doesn't give much of that inside corner. His zone fluctuates a lot.
You know, Dan, you could see some definite confusion on the face of some hitters today. Questioning in the strike zone. One pitch is a strike on the outer half. The next time it's a ball. Kind of a little cat and mouse with the umpire when you should be focused on the pitcher.
The set and the 1-1 pitch. Hit to third. Taylor has it. And there are 2 away now.
That is full. The first baseman, number 17, Rhys Hoskins.
Now batting, Rhys Hoskins. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Here comes the first pitch. Ready with the 0-1. And a curveball taken for strike 2. McCutchen stands at second with 2 gone. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And this will wind up being nothing more than a long foul ball, and it'll hold the count at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Waved at and missed for the third out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. Phillies strand one. The Dodgers coming up, and we are scoreless. Zach Eflin, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, hitters have had their way with this guy this year. This is a stat any pitcher doesn't want to have attached to him. The league hitting over 300. That's righties and lefties hitting over 300 against this guy. That's something he's going to drastically have to improve on.
So digging in now, Chris Taylor. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike one. These Phillies, as they enter play here tonight, fellas, fair to say they're not playing their best baseball right now. Losers of 5 of their last 6.
Yeah, Matty, this is the big one right here. They've split the first 2 games of this series. You want to steal one right here and be feeling good about yourself.
Yeah, Dero, I think one of the things you want to do, you get to the 3rd game, you'd like to win this series and finish it off by winning game 3. It's always nice to win a series, whether it's at home or on the road. So this is a big one for this ball club.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
Into the box now, Drew Jackson. And he's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1.
Back-to-back strikeouts in the first right here. Pitcher is setting the tone, pounding the zone.
No contact there, and it's 1-2.
Not likely to see a 4th fastball in this situation. I'm going to eliminate the fastball if I'm at the plate right here.
And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
So that'll bring in Mookie Betts as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Betts, who's often just referred to as plain old Mookie. He was a 5th round pick back in 2011.
Hey, when you come out of the middle rounds, you have to grind for everything, and that's exactly what this guy has done, and he has turned himself into a solid big league ball player.
2-1 now to Mookie.
Hey, they tried to tie him up on that last pitch, so I like that they went away with this one. The execution didn't work, but I like the idea behind it.
And they set up away with the fastball, but it misses. 3-1. Cody Bellinger would be next. And a good job there to lay off. It's ball 4 as he becomes their first base runner of the ball game now with 2 away.
When a guy's been swinging the bat as well as he has in this series, you definitely want to take the bat out of his hands. A free pass to first is better than what he's been doing the last couple of games.
Cody Bellinger at the plate now as we take a look at the splits between April and May. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short, and that'll get down for a base hit.
Boy, not the prettiest of swings, Dero. That looked a little bit from the Vladimir Guerrero book, but nonetheless, he got the job done.
Yeah, a little choking poke right there. He flipped the bat out there and was able to find a little empty green grass. Not pretty, but he'll take it.
Next up is Max Muncy as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. And a slider just about gets away from him there as it runs in a bit too close for comfort. 2 men are on with 2 men out. And it's 1-2.
That's the perfect pitch after you've just brushed a guy back. The hitter probably isn't sitting up there thinking you're going to flip something soft up there.
Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Dodgers strand a couple, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. New inning set to get underway, and that brings up JT Realmuto.
The catcher, JT Realmuto.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a layoff fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0. 2 balls and no strikes.
He may be down 2-0 after those first 2 pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They did miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place.
Hit on the ground out to short, and he'll have himself a leadoff single as this is through into left.
This is the cat and mouse of baseball right here. Batter versus pitcher. You fight so hard as an offensive player to get count leverage. 1-0, 2-0, 3-1. Check out the batting averages in those counts, and then check out the batting averages in even and behind counts with 2 strikes. 2-0, your eyes light up, and the batter didn't miss it.
A ball and no strikes. Lifetime versus David Price. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. A runner at first with no outs here. Line down the left field line. But this is foul near the seats. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. And he fouls this one off.
Hey, that fastball caught too much of the plate on an 0-2 count.
Nobody out, runner on first. And he won't go after the cut fastball. 2-2.
Tough to take a pitch like that right there, especially in a 1-2 count. You almost get in that auto swing mode. Great job to work the count back to even.
The 2-2 coming now from Price. Fouled off. Here now the 2-2.
You can certainly tell at bats like this one frustrate the heck out of the pitcher, but you got to find a way to stay composed and execute your plan.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field, and this will find the wall out near the visitors' bullpen. Realmuto rounds third and is digging for the plate, and they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Well, this is a lesson for all those pitchers out there. When you allow the leadoff man on base, it always comes back to haunt you. With no outs, I thought they might hold the runner at third, but they send him anyway, and the run scores.
Stepping into the box, Nick Williams. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. And he misses with it. 1-1. Has a look, now the pitch. No one out with a runner at second. Count still at 1-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Nick Williams. Into right field. That's a base hit. And they'll get it in quickly. It's 1st and 3rd now with nobody out.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
He had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets down, but eventually does get to third base.
And in steps Scott Kingery as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. Runners are at 1st and 3rd with none out. Looks like he swung it underwater that time for strike 2. With 2 strikes now and a runner at 1st, do you go for the strikeout or you're still looking for the double play ball?
Pretty good spot to be in as a pitcher right now. You can go for the punch out or trying to deuce the ground ball to get a double play.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch out. Scott Kingery becomes the first out of the inning.
That's right.
In now, Zach Eflin. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. And he's got runners at the corners here with only 1 gone. Into right field, that's a base hit. And the runner scores from 3rd as they extend their lead.
Nothing fires me up more than watching an offensive player stay inside a baseball and drive it the other way.
Gene Segura standing in. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half, it's 0-1.
These guys hitting aren't in first place by accident. They excel at getting out to early leads, so this is a big moment in this game. If they're able to lengthen this lead any more in this inning, they're going to be in really good shape to come away with a win today.
Now the 0-2 from Price. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Peterson has a read on it. 2 down. So the next hitter to dig in will be Andrew McCutchen, and we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning. The 0-1 delivery.
1 pitch shy of 40 for him right now, and he's not even out of the 2nd inning of work. He's definitely not being as efficient on the mound as he'd like.
A swing and a ground ball to 3rd. Reined in. Throw is in time, and they're able to avoid the huge inning here as this side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. It's the Phillies 2 and the Dodgers nothing. Bottom of the inning now, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Jock Peterson.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
Count 1-0.
Eflin is sort of a curious case as a starter. Usually doesn't walk many guys, but at times he ends up giving up his share of hits. The translation on that is that he throws a lot of strikes, but oftentimes they are hittable strikes.
One of the keys, Matt, you'll have to watch from this guy. At times he kind of tiptoes, he tap dances around the strike zone. He has good stuff, but when he falls behind an account, he tends to nibble a little bit. And when he brings the ball into the strike zone, and when he does, he becomes much more predictable. And what happens with that? The hits per 9 innings tend to go up.
The pitcher, Will Smith.
In now, Will Smith. And you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. Here's the pitch. Now a swing and a fly ball. Harper on the run. But this will land untouched. 1 out, nobody on. And it's fouled away.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Good pitch right there with the bases empty. Why not take a shot? Throw that breaking ball in the dirt and see if he'll chase after it.
Ready on 1 and 2. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
This is why it's so hard to be successful as a hitter when you fall behind in the count. 1 and 2, you're probably expecting some sort of off-speed pitches, but when the pitcher offers up a good, hard fastball, it's pretty hard to adjust and catch up to it.
He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Swing and a miss. Blew it right by him at 96. It's a ball and a strike. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2.
They say the toughest pitch in baseball is a located fastball. I disagree. That nasty slider is tough to hold up on.
And he misses low here, so the count goes to 3-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work.
That's a nice job to work that walk right there. Even if it doesn't lead to anything on the scoreboard this inning, it prevents the pitcher from having to lead off in the next one. Just one of those small things that might go unnoticed, but in the end, make a big difference.
Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. Sent on the ground out to second. Kingery's there, and as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. 1 left for LA. They trail it here 2-0. Top of the 3rd set to get underway, and standing in is the veteran outfielder Bryce Harper.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1. And a cut fastball, but this bounces near the plate for a ball.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters' counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches. And when he's getting the ball in his zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
And he has a cut at that one, but misses 2-1.
Guess who tipped their hand? They were sitting all over a piece of cheese. He flew open on the front side.
And a fastball, but he's losing it a bit here to 3-1 now.
Hey, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, that's right where you want to miss. Any lower, and he'll probably make you pay for it.
A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit.
A lot of smiles to go around on the offensive side. First time through the order. That's already their 6th hit today as a team.
Next to bat will be Rhys Hoskins. Timing just a tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Hit hard on the ground to short. Fielded cleanly to second for 1. Over to Muncy, and they double him up.
Now batting.
Really good pitch from the pitcher right there. Down in the zone, hits on top of it, induces the ground ball double play.
Back up the middle and in for a base hit. So the 2-out base hit, and the top of the inning is still alive. The tag, and they'll get him at second, and with that, the side is retired. So no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left on. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Phillies 2 and the Dodgers nothing.
Welcome back as the Dodgers prepare for their 3rd turn batting in this one. And fans of the boys in blue have been treated to quite a bit of production from this lineup so far this year. They entered the day's contest leading the major league in home runs. And talking with some of the hitters during batting practice, they said home runs are a big part of their game, but it's not something they're going for when they step into the box. They said as long as they're attacking good pitches to hit, their swings will oftentimes do the rest. Guys?
Thank you, Heidi.
Leading
To the
off
plate now, Chris Taylor.
The third baseman.
As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. Taylor behind 0-2 the count. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Hey, not normally a good plan to throw 3 consecutive sliders in a row. This guy's slider is so good, I think he might throw it again.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
That was a nasty sweeping slider right there. If he was able to just catch the back door a little bit, he would have picked up that backwards K.
And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning.
Anytime a pitcher locates a fastball on the inside corner, it's going to be a tough pitch to hit. That one was spot on, and he had no answer for it.
Standing in now, Drew Jackson. As he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
I know that feeling. Played 14 years in the big leagues and still can't hit a slider.
Fouled away. Bases are empty, 1 man out. That misses 1-2.
Love the high heater right there to raise the hitter's sights. Let's see if he buries something in the dirt right here.
And he fouls this one off. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone.
So you'd love for him to offer at that one, but the execution was flawless. Nice curveball that starts in the zone and breaks just out. Just a great take by the batter.
Full count, 3-2. Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
Pretty impressive back-to-back strikeouts to start the inning. What's even more important is now he gets to face the middle of the order without anybody on base for them to drive in.
Here's Mookie Betts. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
They obviously circled him before the game that they were not going to let him beat them. Walked him his first time up, and now they're nibbling again.
3-0 now.
Now with the bases empty, I think he needs to be careful not to just groove one here just because it's 3-0. He's a guy that could ambush you and lose one over the wall.
Fouled off. 2 out, nobody on. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Harper will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Dodgers. They're still down. It's 2-0. Start of the 4th upcoming, but first Heidi Watney is standing by with a report.
Matt, I talked with Philadelphia's manager during the break about the Phillies' offensive production to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said he's been really happy with how many balls they've hit hard and on a line. Looking at the numbers, they've had 7 total line drives. And even though some of those have resulted in outs, he says it's that kind of consistent contact that leads to W's in the standings.
All right, Heidi, thank you. High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1. A ball and a strike.
One of the best ways to keep a guy uncomfortable is to pound him inside. They're doing that, and this one caught the zone.
And it's fouled away. Lifted the other way to left center. Peterson has to run a ways before he gets there in time to record the out. How about that?
The center fielder.
So with that, let's call on the guys in the graphics department to put up the pitch speed comparison for the two starters. And both guys have been coming with some low to mid 90s heat here. 96 versus 93 as the top two speeds thus far. Ball one. 2 runs, 7 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. 2-0 to the Phillies center fielder.
2-0.
2-1 now.
Gutsy pitch right there. 2-0 changeup for a strike. Good call by the catcher. Great execution by the pitcher.
Grounded up the first baseline. Scooped up. Toss on to Price at the bag as they record the out.
The batter, the second baseman.
2 are gone in the Philly fourth, and that'll bring up the former first rounder Scott Kingery. A changeup floats outside here for ball 1. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball.
2-0.
Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. Now here's the pitch.
Inside, ball 1.
If I'm in the box right now, I'm coming unglued. He is going to throw something over the heart of the plate.
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now. 2 runs, 7 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. Full count here. Here comes the pitch. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Ready to go in the bottom of the fourth. And that'll bring forth the power-speed combination, Cody Bellinger.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
First baseman, Max Muncy.
1 gone now in the Dodger fourth, and that'll bring up the big bat of Max Muncy. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And he lays off there, 1-0. That's lifted the other way out to left. McCutchen is under it, 2 down.
The left fielder, number 31. Peterson.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and in steps a former World Series hero, the outfielder Jock Peterson. Fouled away. Peterson, a California-born ball player. He was selected in the 11th round back in the 2010 first-year player draft.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
And he fouls this one off. The 1-2.
Ball. I got to count 2-2. The count is full.
And you know what? Give this guy some credit up there because this had the look of being a very quick inning. He's been able to stretch this at bat out a little bit, and that's something that shouldn't go unnoticed.
And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
Well, they've been unable to get to this guy, so they'll take base runners any way they can get him. At the very least, you make him work from the stretch and add to his pitch total.
Striding in once again, Will Smith. Man at first after the 2-out walk. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Hung the slider there, but laid off for ball one. A runner on first with 2 away. Grounded back up the middle. Gregorius is there, and he'll go the short way to retire the side. So they pick up no runs on no hits, no errors, and a runner left. We played 4 full. Phillies lead this one 2-0. At the plate, Zach Eflin. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, he showed like a little prowess with the bat right there, Dan. I'd be surprised if they don't attack him a little bit more carefully this AB.
Now the first pitch here from Price. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. And here's a ball hit in the air. That's on the run, but no chance to run it down. It's a foul ball. The 1-1. Runs a bit inside for a ball. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Peterson has a read on it. Oh, no, he missed it. And this one scoots all the way to the wall.
The third baseman, number 2.
You don't think fielding is important? Instead of a routine out, you got a guy standing at second base after a 2-base error. We'll see if the pitcher can pick him up.
Runner at second now as a result of the error. And standing in is the veteran third baseman, Gene Segura. Hit out towards second. And he was thinking about third, but instead he'll throw to first. And a good throw gets him 1 gone.
The left fielder, number 22.
So a definite RBI spot here. Runner at third, 1 away. And that'll bring up the former National League MVP, Andrew McCutchen. Muncy backs up and takes care of it. 2 away. And Bryce Harper will dig in at the plate. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. And a good changeup there by Price as he jumps ahead. Strike 1. Fouled off. Here's the 0-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Wanted to get the front door curveball on the inside corner there, but it backed up a little and stayed off the corner.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Here's a fastball in on the fist, and that'll even things up at 2-2. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 1 left for Philadelphia. They're up 2-0. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Wackney.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with Dave Roberts, the Dodgers skipper, about his lineup's performance so far, and flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. They've already worked out 3 walks, so he feels as though that kind of willingness to let the opposition work themselves into trouble will continue to result in good things for them on the scoreboard.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Set now for the bottom of the 5th, and the catcher Austin Barnes will dig into bat next.
Austin Barnes.
First pitch on its way. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. Two balls and a strike to count to Austin Barnes.
Big sweeping breaking ball right there. Good pitch, but if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
Now a swing and a fly ball. Harper on the run. He lays out, but it's out of his reach, so that's a tough strike too. takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
I'll tell you, he looks really dialed in on the bump right there. He's got a shutout going, and he really seems to have this lineup off balance. Even when he challenges them up in the zone, they don't have an answer for it.
So now to the plate, David Price. As the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. 1 out, nobody on. Dodgers pitcher trying to deal with a 1-2 count at the plate.
Hey, if this guy's able to execute that two-seamer down and away consistently, he's going to get a lot of swing and misses. He's going to get a lot of weak contact. He might even get a few knots on some people's shins.
And he pops it up. Gregorius has a play. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Third baseman, number 3, Chris Taylor.
Next for the Dodgers, Chris Taylor. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a strike called at the letters. Looked high to me, but it's 0-1. One and 1 to the Dodgers leadoff man. Fooled him badly there. I mean badly. It's 1-2.
Real nice curveball there. Had a lot of late break, and he waved right through that one.
The 1-2. Into center field. Line drive base hit. So good work on a 1-2 count to get on base.
Yeah, man, he's locked in and pretty dominant since the first, so as long as he can get back in that groove with the next batter, he's not going to worry too much about it.
Ready once again, Drew Jackson, and he's at risk of the old hat trick. 2 strikeouts on his line so far.
Dad, it seems like these hat tricks and golden sombreros are a lot more common than they were, say, 10, 15 years ago. Guys have stopped worried about striking out as much. It's really been an ideological shift in the game. That's a big topic of debate.
Yeah, guy's not going to worry about 3 strikes. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Dodgers leave 1. They're down 2-0. Top half of the 6th about to get started, and here comes the first baseman, Rhys Hoskins.
Number 17, Rhys Hoskins.
Now the pitch.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone. Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball. 2-2.
Hey, that's just a great mix of pitches right there, and that's what this guy's going to do if he's going to keep this team off balance.
And it's fouled away. Here now the 2-2. Again, he sends it out of play. Now Price misses here on 2-2, and he runs it full. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
That hook stayed up in the zone. You can see he struggled with that curveball early. He's trying to find that release point with his off-speed pitches. We'll have to see if he can find the feel for that thing moving forward.
And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
The catcher, JT Realmuto.
Stepping into the box, JT Realmuto. 2 base hits, both singles to this point. First offering on its way.
Ball 1.
Swing and a liner. Foul. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Now here it comes. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first.
Hey, have an AB right here. I know it's frustrating the heck out of the pitcher. You keep fouling these pitches off. Maybe one misses over the heart of the plate.
2 balls and 2 strikes to the Phillies catcher.
One thing to take note of is how these last 2 batters have really driven up his pitch count. He's had to use 14 pitches already on them, and he's not even through this guy yet. 14 is near the top end of what you want to throw in a complete inning.
And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat. So now to the plate, Didi Gregorius. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. And that misses, ball 1. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. 1-1. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Center fielder coming on. He gets there to make the play, and that ends the inning. Phillies down in order, but they hold a 2-0 lead. Digging in to try it again, Mookie Betts. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
And there's out number 1.
Every pitcher loves to get quick outs, right? How about that? 1 pitch, 1 out, a pop-up to start the inning.
Stepping in, Cody Bellinger. He's 1 for 2 in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Here's a slider to start things out. Looked at for ball 1. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now.
There's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if they have to incorporate that into their mindset.
Count even at 2-2. Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ballgame.
I always like watching pitchers that attack with their fastballs until there's a reason to start mixing it up. He hasn't needed many of his secondary pitches so far in this one, and there was another good fastball for a strikeout there.
And that'll bring up the versatile Max Muncy. Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. And right into the shift. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
Hey, that's great hustle right there out of the box. Not everybody's getting it right out of the chute from step one, but I have to ask you, Dan, how frustrating executing a pitch and there's an infield knock.
It is, D-Roy, and you can read that right off the bat as a pitcher. You can read the angle. You know that that ball is going to be hit on the ground, and you're thinking deep down inside, okay, there's a quick out, and it just wasn't meant to be.
Jock Peterson is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. But it bends just foul into the second deck. Jock swings and sends a ball to deep right. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. Jock Peterson with a 2-run blast. Home run number 9 on the year as the Dodgers have bounced back to tie this one at 2.
When that pitch was grooved right down Main Street, he couldn't believe it. He started salivating when he saw it, but stayed back enough to put a great swing on it.
At the plate, Will Smith. As he'll watch a slider that runs out of the strike zone away for ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Now the 1-0. 1-2.
He's gone to the well with that pitch 3 times in a row. I'm interested to see if he changes it up right here.
Now some movement out in the Phillies bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen. 2-2 to the Dodgers catcher.
That fastball really got away from him there. That's kind of a red flag for me that he's starting to tire.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. But the Dodgers do strike for 2 coming on this 2-run home run. Bottom third of the order, 7, 8, 9 due up to start the 7th, and we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Sierra is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. First pitch of the at-bat. Down the left field line and deep. And that will end up a foul ball. The windup and the 0-1. Slider clocked in the mid-80s there. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Wow, I can't believe the hitter took that one. The pitcher absolutely got away with a hanger.
Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. The 1-2. And a swing and a ball hit foul heading for the seats. So another foul ball here, and it remains 1-2. Big swing, but a little dribbler here to the right side of the mound. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7. Into the box now, Scott Kingery. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0. Hit on the ground to third. Glove by Taylor. And that's the second out.
The pitcher, number 56, Zach Eflin.
Adam Hazley will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 40, Adam Hazley.
Strike taken up in the zone. He'll start play with that average down in the low 230s. 2 home runs and 5 driven in. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. He's got it. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. And this game is still tied at 2-2. Victor Arano gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Victor Arano.
So here's Austin Barnes. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
The second baseman, Austin Barnes.
He's set and the pitch. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1. Just couldn't pull that one back in time. It's 0-2 now. Pitch on the way.
Nope, that's inside.
Boy, he sped him up in this at-bat. Now it's time for the changeup. This guy's got a good one, and he hasn't thrown it yet in this at-bat.
The 1-2. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. And he lays off, so it's full now, 3-2.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight. Next up for Los Angeles, Sierra. He's newly entered into the ballgame, so this will be his first trip to the plate here in inning number 7. And that's waved at and missed for strike 1. 1 out, nobody on. Fouled away. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
That was a big strikeout there, guys. The best pitchers have the ability to strike guys out when they really need to. And that second out was really important at this point of the game. Could be something we look back on later when the game's over.
At the plate now, Chris Taylor, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Now it's 2-0. Two balls and a strike.
Count is 2-1.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Boy, he just threw that fastball by him.
I can't imagine he was sitting on fastball at his neck right there. He's going to have to lower his sights if he's going to have any chance.
Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one. Dodgers down in order. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. Now to the plate, Gene Segura. And this tie ball game is a battle of the bullpens now, and I'm sure you're enjoying that, Dan.
Bullpens are such a big part of baseball now, Matt. All these teams have such good 7th, 8th, and 9th inning guys. It all boils down to whose bullpen is better.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now a flare out toward right center. In comes Bellinger, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass.
Boy, this guy's been swinging a hot stick lately, and there's just another example. And even when he doesn't hit one on the barrel, he still manages another base hit.
Yeah, don't overthink it. When you're flowing like he is right now, he's hot as a pistol. Everything's flowing.
Now time is called, and we'll have a pinch runner at first, and that'll be a wise decision as he's the potential go-ahead run. Stepping in now, Andrew McCutchen, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. And that misses 1-1. Go-ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball two. Popped him up. Smith waits on it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the right fielder.
A couple of pretty good performances turned in on the mound so far, as evidenced by the numbers there as we show you the starter comparison in this 2-2 ball game. First delivery to him on the way. Strike taken to throw. Perfect throw, and they got him at second.
Wow, that's a big-time throw right there, and it's a tall task to throw him out stealing a bag, but he got rid of it quickly, and it was a good job down there applying the quick tag. They'll have to feel good about that one.
Into the wind, the 0-1. Down the third baseline. And this will stay inside the third base bag. A fair ball. And your go-ahead run is in there at second base as he's got himself a two-out double. But baseball's a game of streaks and runs, and he is on one right now.
No question, he's swinging the bat very well of late, and when that's the case, you can't wait to get in the batter's box. Definitely the case in this game. That's his second base knock. This one for extra bases.
That's now 2 hits so far for him. Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Phillies strand 1. Score remains 2-2. Sir Anthony Dominguez is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 58, Sir Anthony Dominguez.
Josh Harrison has come into the ballgame now as he takes over as the new third baseman.
Josh Harrison.
So coming to the plate, Drew Jackson 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame.
The shortstop, Drew.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And this is cut on and missed below the knees, and it's 0-1.
He's staring a hat trick in the face right now after that swing. He has just got to find a way to zone up a little bit more. You cannot expect to make solid contact chasing stuff outside the zone.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game.
It's been a rough night at the yard for him. That's 3 times he's gone down on strikes in this one. So they've really figured out how to attack this guy.
In now, Mookie Betts. As he looks at a fastball on the inside corner for strike 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Hey, this guy's got an 89-mile-an-hour changeup. There was a time when 89 was a pretty good fastball.
And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
Cody Bellinger at the plate now. Lined but speared on a hop. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers. And this game is still tied at 2-2. goes striding in. JT Realmuto. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that misses for ball 1.
Count 1-0.
Softly hit out to short. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
Next to Philadelphia, the shortstop, Didi Gregorius.
Here's Didi Gregorius. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch of the at-bat.
Hey.
The 0-1 on its way. Bat explodes as this is popped up. Throw not nearly in time, so despite the great effort, that'll go into the books as an infield single.
Beggars can't be choosers right there. We love those long darts. Doesn't matter how they come. Jammed off the end of the bat, doesn't matter.
Up next will be Nick Williams. A ball and no strikes. There's one away. The runner at first represents the potential go-ahead score. Double play is in order, however. And a fastball here that's taken for ball 2.
Clearly working the bottom of the zone, trying to get a ground ball for a double play.
Now the 2-0.
The problem for the batter now is he's gotten so inside conscious after those first 2 pitches. Anything on.
Now here's a fly ball. Well hit. Back goes Betts to the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
The batter number 20, second baseman, Scott Kingery.
Standing in, Scott Kingery. There are 2 gone and the possible go-ahead run at first. Here's the first pitch. And he takes ball 1. Weak grounder down the line at third. But a foul ball, 1-1. In for strike 2. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. 2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. Hit back up the middle. Reined in. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. 1 left for Philadelphia. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. And Joe Girardi's going to get up off the dugout bench and confer at home plate, so we'll likely see a double switch here. Adam Morgan will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch. Jay Bruce will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch.
Number 9.
All set for the bottom of the 9th. And stepping in, the long ball threat, Max Muncy. From the stretch. And a good fastball there, but this just misses the zone for ball 1. Morgan is among a dying breed, those lefty specialists whose roles are changing with the new rules around reliever usage. 1-1 to the Dodgers' first baseman. Justin Turner is up off the bench to lead it off as the possible winning run here in the bottom of inning number 9. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. Hits the top of the zone. He struck him out looking.
flat out locked him up with the changeup right there. Usually you're trying for a swing and miss when you throw that pitch in a 2-strike count, but clearly he wasn't looking for it, so it's a backwards K for him.
So next to bat will be the left-handed hitting Jock Peterson. And a check swing. They'll appeal down to third. No swing is the signal from Freddie Ferguson. It's ball 1. Now the 1-0. Weak grounder back to the mound. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Now batting, catcher, Will Smith.
Coming to the plate now, Will Smith. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
1-0.
And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. Ready with the 1-0.
That's a ball.
Hit high and deep out to left. McCutchen going back at the track. He makes the catch, and we are headed to extra innings. Dodgers down in order. Score remains 2-2. Justin Turner remains in the game, batting 9th and manning first base. Here's Jay Bruce now. He'll be the one to lead it off here in the top of inning number 10.
The center fielder, number 9, Jay Bruce.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Didn't quite catch the zone there. Ball 1. That's inside. 2-0.
He doesn't look like the same reliever right now, but listen, this is his 4th inning of work, and there aren't very many relievers that can go 4+ innings and be rock solid all the way through.
Can't find the zone there, and it's 3-1.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Swing and a shot hit down the corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. Payoff pitch one more time. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And they can't run it down. Down the left field line and deep. And that will end up a foul ball. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground to the left side. And the throw on to first will take care of him. So he's thrown out by the only man standing on the left side of the infield. One away.
Good pitch right there to run the two-seamer in on his hands and bunch him up. And an easy ground ball as the result.
At the plate, Josh Harrison. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Now here it comes. Line hard toward right center. But this will not get out there deep enough as it's run down by the right fielder in the alley for the second out.
I know they say sometimes that these things even out, but that was a bullet line drive that gets caught. He would have represented the go-ahead run.
In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. A little too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside.
Talk about certain guys in the lineup that you want to be really careful with. This guy right here is one of those, and you can tell he's pitching awfully cautiously.
A 3-1 count to the Phillies left fielder.
If you're at the plate right now, you have to realize who's on deck. I guarantee you something's over the heart of the plate. You have to be aggressive in the zone right here.
Giving chase is Bellinger. He gets there to make the play, and that ends the inning. So nothing happening this time around. So ready to go for the last half of the inning, and the catcher Austin Barnes will dig into bat next. And every pitch so crucial in a tie ball game, so he'll step out and ask for time. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. And he makes the throw to first. Barnes is retired, and there's one away. Kike Hernandez will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with one gone in the inning.
Kike Hernandez.
Grounded to first. Hoskins grabs it cleanly, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Third baseman, number 3, Chris Taylor.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go. Chris Taylor, who comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. First offering on its way.
Counts 1-0.
And he fouls this one off. 2 out, nobody on. Fouled off. A 1-2 pitch. Line to the right side, but foul.
Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to go a little bit further outside the zone. 3 foul balls in a row. He wants to get a swing and a miss on this next pitch.
In tight with the slider, 2-2.
Well, I think that pitch is the result of a lot of foul balls. He might have tried to do a little bit too much with it, trying to get him to swing through it, but it just ended up taking off on him.
Hit in the air down the left field line. McCutchen on the move. Into the corner, he makes the catch to end the inning. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers, and this game is still tied at 2-2. Dylan Floro takes the mound to start the 11th inning. 11th inning set to get underway, and that'll bring up Bryce Harper. Hit sharply but foul down the right side. Floro 28 years old. He's a 5-year vet at the major league level. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Bellinger's on his horse. But the left fielder calls him off and makes the catch. And that's the first out of the inning.
The first baseman, number 17, Reese Hoskins.
And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. Here's the first pitch to him. Line hard toward right center. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
That's another base hit for them. I got to say, though, they've had a really hard time turning all these hits to anything productive on the scoreboard. Only 2 runs to this point, so stranded runners has been the theme most of the game. We'll see if they can cash in here.
To the plate now, JT Realmuto. Popped him up. Turner is over and he tucks it away for the second out.
Now batting for shortstop, Didi Gregorius.
Digging in now for Philadelphia, Didi Gregorius. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. Here's the first pitch. Starts him out with a slider for a strike.
Yeah, he made up his mind early to take the first pitch because that thing was right down the middle.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Now the 0-2 pitch. And he popped him up. Taylor in foul ground. But this will land untouched. 0-2. Here it is.
Got to take advantage of that pitch right there. 0-2 breaker hanging over the heart of the plate.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Phillies strand 1. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Hector Neris takes over now to start the home 11th, and he's looking to get this one to the visiting 12th.
Number 50, Hector.
Set now for the bottom of the 11th, and stepping up as the shortstop, Drew Jackson.
Baby Drew Young.
First pitch on its way. Had him reaching that time. It's strike 1. Got him to go after that one, and he's in a quick hold. 0-2.
He knows full well he's sitting on a hat trick right here. All he's trying to do is avoid the golden sombrero.
Pause and the 0-2. And it looked like the fastball got away from him there. Now a ball lined towards center field. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon.
Nice to see this guy stay within himself and get a base hit to start off the bottom of the 11th right here. Usually guys try and come outside their pay grade. Not the case here. Pass the baton mentality. Let's see if he scratches one across.
Line drive to center field. And this gets down. And with nobody out, will they push it? Jackson is digging for home. And they've come back to win it here in 11 innings.
Endings just don't get much better than this. Great job at the plate putting the ball in play, and then the runner at first does the rest. Stop at third? No way. Rounded third, flew home, and scored the game winner. My heart is still in my throat.
In a close game like this, you look for that one guy who produced when it mattered most, and this is the guy. He's our tops player of the game.
Well, the numbers don't just jump out at you, but his lone hit was a really important one. And sometimes you just need to come through when it matters most to be the hero, and he did just that.
Here now is our final line score tonight.